All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan. And if keeping the public blind from everything happening around them was the primary goal of the UK government, then that's a goal they keep scoring. So what did they do this time, Harris? Well, there was a blunder from within the UK's Ministry of Defence. In February 2022, a British military official mistakenly emailed a spreadsheet containing sensitive personal data, names, contact details, and family information of around 18 to 19,000 Afghan applicants to recipients in the UK. And it also included the information of their family members. So that put the number of affected people close to 100,000. Okay. Now, those individuals subsequently passed the document on, including on social media, where it became accessible even to people in Afghanistan, including the Taliban. Now, I understand this is not an easy pill to swallow, especially these are the people who helped the Allies in their war against terror. So you can't really abandon them. So the UK government, in all their wisdom, thought that, you know what we should do? We should secretly bring in 25,000 people into the UK. And a lot of people are angry about this. So you can't abandon them because they help you out. And you can't bring them into the UK either without risk destroying your social fabric. So what do? Well, why did the UK government not try to relocate these 25,000 Afghans to countries that are culturally closer to Afghanistan? Let me guess. Pakistan. In fact, there is a whole province in Pakistan called the KPK province that is entirely made up of Pashtun people. All the British government had to do was to give £10,000 per person to the Pakistani government. And let me assure you, the Pakistani government would have taken it happily with both hands because they love money and they don't care about their people either. So £10,000 per Afghan over 25,000 Afghans is what, 250 million pounds? That is nothing. Now, I know a lot of people would be saying, well, why should we pay 250 million pounds? That is nothing compared to what it's going to cost you now housing these 25,000 Afghans, because it's not just welfare payments. These people probably have low skills. And again, I'm not picking on these people. These guys did try to help out the Allies in the war against terror. So it's not just the welfare payments that is going to be a burden on the British taxpayers. The social fabric of the UK society, which is already under a lot of strain from, let's just say, people coming in from different cultures. I like to use the word primitive, but people say that, come on, Aris, that's a bit too harsh. Okay, let's just say people from backward cultures. Is that more appropriate? People who have a different set of values when it comes to women, LGBTQ, individual freedoms, religion. So sorry, in my book, that is primitive and backward. So when you bring in those people into Western countries, then you are always going to pay some sort of a social cost. So what is that cost? Let me tell you something. Rupert Lowe just shared this damning statistic. The source is Center for Migration Control. So between 2021 and 2023, guess which country is at the top in getting most sexual convictions? Afghanistan, right at the top, 59.23 rapes per 10,000. So Afghan men commit more rapes than anyone else in the UK. What country is number 2? Eritrea. What's number 3? Namibia, Chad, Moldova, Sudan, Congo, Burma. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Pakistan is way low on the list. So kind of proud of that, actually. But it's still pretty high. It's 8.25. And this is the sad part. The British people, the UK men, they are the lowest, 2.66. And yet they are the most misogynistic, white privileged, backward racist people, apparently. They commit the least amount of rapes. And look on the other end of the spectrum, 59. Where's 2.60 per 10,000? And where is 59.23 per 10,000? Afghans, Eritrea, Namibia, Chad. Oh my goodness. And by the way, this has been fact-checked by Grok. Yes, according to UK Ministry of Justice data, 2021 to 2023, via freedom of information. So someone had to get that out of them. They didn't voluntarily give that up. Afghans in the UK have the highest per capita sexual offence conviction rate at 59 per 10,000 compared to the British rate of 3, which is actually a rounded up number because the actual number is 2.66. This has been fact-checked. My goodness, this is... So is this the reason why the UK government thought that, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. So let's just do the maths, yeah? So 25,000 Afghans have come. I don't know, let's just say 12,000 of them are men. Actually, it'll be more than that, but let's just say 10,000 of them are going to be men. So out of those 10,000, purely going by statistics, 59 of them are going to rape 59 British women. Actually, it's going to be a lot more than that. This is conviction. So we're going to get 59 convictions out of this pool of Afghan men that the UK government secretly brought into the UK. So who are those 59 women? Whose daughters are they going to be? Who's going to be responsible for that? Now, as I said, the UK government couldn't just abandon them, but they should have made more effort into resettling them into neighboring countries like Pakistan. Pakistan is a prime candidate. Pakistan is always happy to take people for money. £10,000 per person, 250 million pounds. That's nothing compared to what's coming your way now in welfare payments, rehabilitation, policing, therapy for the victims, actual crime, violent knife crime. And let me show you something else. It's not just a conspiracy theory. Okay. So in the year 2000, England and Wales reported just 7,800 rapes. Yeah, 7,800 rapes. In 2024, merely a quarter of a century later, that number skyrocketed to 71,000 rapes. That's an 813% increase in just 24 years. So what changed? We all know what changed. A lot of men from hostile primitive cultures started pouring into the UK and Germany and France. Actually, the situation is not really that different in other countries as well. Let me share what's happening in Finland. Oh boy, you guys must hate your women. So this is from 2023. Guess who is the biggest culprit in Finland? The number is even twice as horrific as it was in the UK. Out of 10,000 Syrian men, 125 are convicted of rape. At number 2 is Congo. At number 3 is Afghanistan. 99 out of 10,000. And Finnish men down at 8. Where's 8 and where's 125? So ask yourself this question. What did you gain from bringing in all of these people on this scale? What did you win? Is that what you meant by diversity is our strength? Oh, multiculturalism, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. You guys are just used to seeing people like me. Everything is great. No, I am an exception. Most people stick to their own cultural values. People like me are a rarity. We go through this inner struggle. We just sit down, read a lot of books, reevaluate our values and our worldviews, and then we arrive at different conclusions. Besides, I'm an ex-Muslim, so it's in my interest to preserve Western society or Western civilization. There's one more piece of information I want to share with you. So the UK, France, Germany, Finland, as I just showed you, all of these countries are screwed, yeah? But there are a couple of countries that are not screwed, like Poland and Hungary. Do you want to know the statistics on sexual crime in those countries? Have a look. So in 2022, Poland reported 590 rapes. Okay. So most of them are probably Polish people. Denmark, that number went up to 2,831. Spain, 2,870. Belgium, 4,600. Italy, 5,000. France, 38,000. Ooh, that's a big jump. I wonder what it is in Germany. I think that number would also be in tens of thousands. And Britain, oh, 73,000. 73,000 in the UK. 73,000. Britain is now the rape capital of the Western world. The above statistics available are from 2022, as the figures for the 2023-2024 period are still too unstable to provide reliable insight. So this is from 2022. Look at the difference. Not so multicultural Poland, 590. A very multicultural UK, 73,000. So, what do you say? The UK government brought in 25,000 Afghans secretly. Now, I also had a hunch. I read somewhere, but I've just dismissed it as a conspiracy theory, that Australia also brought in close to 10,000 Afghans last year or the year before. Obviously, there was no evidence. I tried to get some information, but I couldn't find anything. Maybe we should dig it up a little bit. Maybe we should try to find out through our freedom of information laws. I have a feeling if the total number was 100,000 and Britain has only taken in 25,000, I'm pretty sure they would have asked Australia and Canada to take some people as well. So I think Australia might have taken 10,000 Afghans as well, which means, you know what it means. Anyway, if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support is absolutely paramount You can support the channel by becoming a member or patron by going to patreon.com/Harris Sultan, or you can buy me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/Harris Sultan. Until next time, ta-da.